So ever since last night, I've been seeing this conversation happen online, and people have been asking me this question over and over and over. And the question is, which match is better? Is it WrestleMania 40 Night 2 between who I call the Super Saiyan Pastor, Cody Rhodes, versus the bearded Thanos, Roman Reigns? Or is it Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay last night on AEW's Dynasty? Now, the answer that I gave these people, they don't really like that. They're not really too fond of it. But before I get into that answer, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it if you haven't already. And I also have to do this really quick. I got to give my just dues. Salute to Swerve for winning that AEW Heavyweight Championship belt last night. I can't think of a person who was more deserving of it. What an amazing moment. I'm so happy for this man, and I can't wait to see what he does next. But let's get into the answer. So my answer to that question is, personally, it doesn't matter right now. Right? And people don't like that because they want people to have a straight answer, and they're like, you have to like one more than the other one. But for me, as a wrestling fan, I've chosen to sit back and just enjoy what they've given to us. We've been getting peak wrestling in just the month of April. Two of the greatest matches of their respective promotion in the history of those promotions and in the history of the wrestling industry in just the month of April. You got to think about that. Like Cody versus Roman Reigns Night 2 at WrestleMania 40, people have considered that one of the, if not the greatest main events in the history of WrestleMania. And on the other side, Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson, people are saying that this is one of the greatest matches in North American history, one of the greatest matches of the century. And regardless if you agree or disagree with that, people who are fans of AEW and people who are not fans of AEW all agree that this match is amazing. One of the greatest matches they've seen in a long time, a match of the year candidate. And when is the last time that you've heard so many people say that when their last name isn't Khan or their last name isn't Meltzer, right? Those are the two main people you normally hear this from, but the wrestling community as a whole all agree on that. We got both of these in the same month. I don't even remember like the last time this happened from two different promotions, and I don't even know when the next time this will happen again. So for me, I just want to celebrate this, okay? And if you think about it, the thing is, these are two different types of scenarios. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns came off of a long story, long-term story booking, right? 3 years of a title run and an evolving storyline, a storyline considered as one of the greatest storylines in the history of the wrestling industry, right? Leading up to the moment at WrestleMania, which these little bits of stories and Easter eggs and things were woven into to create a great story. And it showed us how a long-term story can influence what happens in a match, can make things that happen in a match more impactful, make that title more impactful. And what happens in that ring has so much more meaning. And then when you look at the match between Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson, they didn't have a title. They didn't have a long story, but the match itself was so amazing. It was so masterful. And that is considered as one of the greatest matches that we've seen in a long time. So two different scenarios in both master classes of wrestling in the month of April, bro. I don't know. I can't focus on which one is better. All I can do is enjoy this because I don't know when the next time we'll get something like this. I don't even know how they'll even top either one of these matches in either one of these promotions. How would that even happen, right? So for me to come out and just try to do compare and contrast, not even 24 hours after Dynasty just happened, to me it's just like, if I see you buy a new car, you drive it, and like, oh yeah, that's a nice car, but you know what's a better car, right? You get a new girlfriend, oh yeah, she's nice, I like her, but you know what's a better girl? It's like sometimes you don't have to compare all the time, right? And if people decide to compare, that's your own thing. If you decide to do it, I had no problem with you, but it isn't always necessary. Sometimes it's okay to enjoy two things at the same time. It's okay to say both things are great. Of course, you can like one over the other or vice versa. I'm not saying anyone has to like anything. But at the same time, can we just enjoy what's happening right now? And then maybe at the end of the year, we could talk about that stuff. But for right now, bro, I don't know. As a wrestling fan, I'm happy. I'm happy that people who were non-wrestling fans for the past decade have walked into wrestling around this time because they got lucky, bro. I'll just say they got lucky. But anyway, at the end of the day, I know it sounds like I'm glazing. I know it sounds like I'm gassing everything up. But at the end of the day, I'm just letting you guys know I'm a happy wrestling fan. And that's all I got to say. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate that. Salute. Peace. Have a good day.